everybody? My name is Silo, and we're in the backstage right here. And in the studio today, we have Full for a Lifetime. We have Phil to my right, and we have Shane to my left. Say hello, boys.
What's happening?
Hey, how's it going?
All right, there's a lot of history in this room right here as we've been chopping it up for the past few minutes. So I'm pretty excited about this one. So definitely, Shane, I've known Shane right here probably, 1999?
Yeah, sounds about right.
So, yeah, totally. So we met in high school, jazz band.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, and then we later on down the line, we kind of ended up going and starting a band. Or well, actually, you joined a band that I was in because you played a different instrument at that point. I was like, oh, you went on the saxophone. He's like, I'm a drummer now. And I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then you've been drumming ever since. So,
Yes,
yeah, totally. And then Phil, we actually used to do shows back in 2004, I think, with you. Faceless.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I'm name dropping big time back in the day. I mean, we had Beyond the Ruins, and then we do a bunch of shows. Like, we'd get a show, you guys were on the bill.
Oh, yeah.
You get a show, we're on the bill.
Yeah, right.
So that's just kind of how that went.
Which was cool because back in those days, it was like, I remember when we started playing and we thought, we were kind of like, strutting around like, Pantera back then. We're badass.
Yeah.
Right?
And we were the same, though. We were all the same.
And then when we found you guys and saw you guys play, we shared a same stage one night or something, and then saw you guys play, and it was like, oh, shit. Like, like this. There's another band here that means business, right? And it was you guys. And, well, you guys weren't, you guys were cool, man, and so we hung out and had a real bond, both on and off the stage and in and around the scene. So
the parties afterwards.
Yeah. It was a real natural. Yeah, so it was a real natural.
No, it was cool, man.
Us,
It felt like the real deal, when you go do shows and stuff. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And here we are, 20 years later. That was a cool little walk down memory lane.
Sure.
So today we're actually promoting a show that they have coming here at the backstage, March 4th. Its doors will be open at 6 p.m. and the show starts at 7. We have on there, what do we have? We have Fool for a Lifetime. Okay, we have Sensation, For the Dead, and The New Revenge. And I think we're going to add another band. I still have to communicate with them, but
Boilerman,
yeah,
I think, from Oxnard, so they're welcome.
Actually, you have your friend. Give a plug to your buddies that are coming through, or
Sensation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so they're based out of Santa Barbara. Fantastic band. Just absolutely light it up, man, on stage from a music standpoint. They're heavy and they're quick. Their guitar players are phenomenal. They're just all great musicians. They have everything, man. The show, the get up, the stage presence. I mean, it's a full show, man. You guys are really in for a treat, man. They
nice.
Absolutely bring it. So we're really, really excited to have them.
They were gracious enough to take us out to Santa Barbara actually for one of our first shows when we got back, retooled with our new material. So
yeah, I remember seeing that actually. Where was that at?
What was the name of that place again, Phil?
It was called
Richards?
Whiskey Richards. Yeah. And I was out in Santa Barbara, and it was really cool. It was out on State Street, and if you guys have been to State Street, it's kind of a really fun place, but kind of a little more up.
How's the metal scene?
Well, so it's interesting because in and around that bar, it's kind of like there's a lot of like nicer places and kind of fancier people like really well dressed and stuff, and it's kind of like we seem kind of out of place, right? But in that bar particularly, like the owner there, she's way cool and she's into like heavy music, and she uses her bar to promote a lot of heavy music, and so she's having bands coming through there, and she just packs her bar out with just a bunch of rock fans and metal fans and stuff.
Man, that's awesome.
Punk bands and
things. So the scene is pretty live.
It is through that bar. It is. I don't know in and around that area, like what the scene is in Santa Barbara as a whole, but I know through that place it's definitely rock.
That's the place to go.
Yeah,
okay,
man.
So you hear that, everybody?
Yeah.
Name and dropping on that place right there. So
That's
look
right.
them up. So we mentioned that 20 years ago we were all doing things all in and around Bakersfield, playing everywhere. So let's start with Phil. In the last 20 years, what have you noticed the changes? Because with the scene here locally.
Well, I think it kind of comes. This is kind of a change with just society in general. a lot of the, with social media coming about, it used to be kind of like the shows were like the place to go to be a little more social, like with your group, with friends. Yeah. That was the place to go, man, to go hang out, go see your buddies, and then go see a band, and then catch up with everybody, right? And then nowadays, it's kind of like you got a running log, with Facebook and Instagram and stuff. So, you don't necessarily need to go to a show to go see your friends and go hang out, when you already know what's going on with everybody. So, so to me, it seems like the shows aren't necessarily like the place to go hang out and catch up with everybody,
like
anymore.
it used to be.
Like that's kind of, I think, what I've noticed is a major difference.
Oh, okay. How about you, Shane? What do you think? What are some changes you've seen throughout the years, like from 20 years ago? Actually, this is post broadband, I believe. Yeah. We were doing shows post, there wasn't even Facebook yet when we were doing shows. So, I mean, definitely things have changed. So what do you think of some changes have been?
Well, aside from, going from the young guy on the scene to the old guy on the scene, I think, kind of to Phil's point, I think, social media and the world becoming more digitized has really changed the way that we just consume media in general. I heard this song that, we all found on a record, right? Or on MTV or wherever we found our music at the time. Now I heard this song as on the TikTok video.
Yeah.
Or, I heard this song on an Instagram video or something, right? So I think, this overall attention to consuming media as a whole has really changed. And I think it just kind of, it's really reshaped how, bands and people try to promote themselves and, trying to get bodies into venues, for local music. And, I think it's really great, being here at the backstage now that you guys are doing shows, having all ages venues where everybody's welcome.
Yeah.
Which is
you know what?
really big.
That's a big one right there. I
big
feel
one.
is the all ages shows, because it seems like there's becoming less and less of that.
Right.
Which I kind of understand from a business standpoint, but it doesn't give a lot of opportunities for the younger crowds to enjoy because I feel like a lot of the music that comes out are supported a lot by the younger generation. They're the ones that are looking for new music, and then when you get like my age, and it's like I want to hear the same old stuff. Like,
you're right. Yeah, 100%.
The stuff that I'm used to,
100%.
and the stuff that I'm comfortable with already. I don't want my anxiety going up. Anyways,
it's kind of like the baseball thing, right? Like you watch baseball on TV and you don't really get into it, but when you get pulled into it, and you're in the stadium and you see the other people around you, and you eat the Dodger dog, right? And you see the dirt fly up when they run, right? It's the same thing with music. So I mean, if when you give people opportunities of all ages to consume it, aside from just, being stuck to their Oculus or their cell phone or whatever it might be. It creates something in them, and then hopefully, they'll, kind of take the torch from us, as they reach that age and hopefully, become interested in making their own music.
Yeah. You know what? I think it's a great point too. Just the fact that, we all know that there's a huge difference between seeing a video, like especially in a show, right? Seeing a video of a show will never, ever touch what it's like to actually be there, feeling the music, feeling the thump in your chest, feeling, the atmosphere around you, hearing everybody around you, feeling the energy being reciprocated from the fans back to the performer, and that energy that circle of energy going through. It's just nothing like it, right?
And energy is what I feel like you don't get that from a video.
You don't, no way, man. And so I think that gets lost a lot now in our digitized kind of current state of things. So having an all ages venue, I think is just that's where it's at, man. So
yeah, totally.
We dig that, man.
So you guys, I definitely listened to some of your music, and Failing to Crawl, debut single, right? It was your debut single. When is it released?
So that was I think we cut that in what was that, 2020? So that was gosh, feels like that long ago already.
I know, right?
God dang, man.
Well, the thing is that it kind of came out through the whole shutdown.
The pandemic, man. Yeah.
Because I think that's what I remember when this band you formed this band. It was right before the shutdown, so it's kind of it didn't give it that opportunity to really do everything you're supposed to.
It kind of came out in that time where it got
developed it became an EP after that.
Well, it kind of
turned into an EP, kind of.
I think it kind of we wanted it to get out, and and we didn't want to drag out the recording process because we had like it was a burst of creative energy that we wanted to capture, and we kind of felt like we didn't want to get bogged down with we were new to kind of just that recording together kind of thing, and we didn't want to get bogged down with the first go around. So we just wanted to pump something out and get the band kind of jump started, and we had planned to heavily gig and do all that to promote that EP and to get the name out there and to get going, and then back that up with a first full album. But then, like you mentioned, the pandemic really stymied the band and just the development of it, really. Yeah. So, we got to get back on our feet after that. But we did appreciate the response to the single, and I know a lot of people were excited about it. We have a lyric video out for it, which I think came out pretty well. So if anybody wants to check that out, man, you can get it on YouTube or any other social media platforms.
Fool for a Lifetime. Where did that name come from?
Let Shane take this one.
So okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So originally we had another iteration, right? So we were called Cadillac Gangsters.
Yeah. I remember that, dude. That was a really cool name, actually.
Yeah.
What happened with that name?
So the biggest issue was when we started playing shows under that moniker, right? They were like, well, I heard Cadillac Gangsters, so I thought you guys were gonna have boom bap West Coast beats and be rapping over, acoustic guitar, and then we come out playing, the material that, eventually became Fool for a Lifetime. And, we all kind of sat down and said, hey, we need to figure out another name, right? So, we went back and forth, and, we had some silly names, some ones that we felt, made us sound like we were trying to take ourselves too seriously. Right.
Yeah.
The same thing every metal band goes through, right? Heavy band goes through.
There's always these big debates when you're going through names sometimes. I understand.
Serious, dude. It's like rocket science and then coming up with band names. It's like freaking most difficult thing ever.
So one of the songs actually on the EP, the drum part's actually inspired by a Faith No More song, right? Because I've always been a fan of Mike Patton in general, but for whatever reason at that time I was listening to that music. Well, it just so happens that song is on a record called King for a Day, Fool for a Lifetime.
Oh.
So okay. I was like, hey, I know this is part of a album name or whatever, but I think it's cool because it's it kind of gives the sense we're not taking ourselves too seriously, but if you do a little studying, you can see it's kind of something from a band, and listen to it. Oh, okay, I can hear that band's influence in the music, right? And then, I think if, anybody spends a little bit of time and listens to the record that we, put out, you can hear all of those, because we all kind of collectively have different influences, from, years of playing with other people or, just, the music that we were brought up on.
Yeah. So how do you guys start the writing process?
We come at it from kind of a lot of different angles, really. We can start from as easy as just coming in and somebody riffing on something kind of off the cuff, and then we kind of start playing together and build off of that. We like to typically have, recording device going at all times, when we're in the jam room. We become...
You start pulling stuff from the recording?
Yeah. So a lot of times, and, man, I've been victim of not pressing that recording button. You go, God, that was a badass jam, dude. We got the recorder right, and you look at everybody, and everybody's got just blank stares, and you go, oh, dude, we didn't get that. Damn it. Kind of thing. So we try to press record, and a lot of times, I'll go back and just kind of listen to those, to those jam sessions, and then I'll pull, pieces that I think, are, really killer, man, and just go, hey, man, that's something we can build off of, and then we just kind of go from there. Other times, Shane may have hey, man, I came up with this drum beat, and he'll bring it in, and then we just start from there. So I mean, there's a lot of different ways to do it, and then if all else fails, I'll just go back and listen to a couple records, and learn some old metal songs, and then I just grab those riffs and just use them. And it's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's the way. And you'll love it.
Yeah,
you'll love
I just copy them note for note, man, and put them into the record. It's awesome. So anyway, just kidding. Internet trolls, I'm just kidding. Don't come after me.
Hey, so you guys releasing anything new this year?
So I mean, kind of what Phil was saying. The whole 2020 thing. Kind of derailed the band. you know, to the point where we weren't really even doing much at all.
Right.
And, you know, we had some member changes, you know, some ups and downs as a band as a whole, you know, during that time. And then we really just kind of hit our stride again. And, you know, we kind of tapped back into that thing that we found when we first joined, where we were just cranking out songs, like almost like at a fever pace.
Right.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
and it got to where, you know, at first we felt like, you know, oh man, you know, maybe we just burned ourselves out because we were cranking out stuff so quickly, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you know, that first record, those songs came together in like less than 3 months.
Yeah.
Like almost the entirety of the material we were playing came out that
Right.
quick.
Yeah.
From start to finish.
Right.
You know, so it was just like there was just this burst, and then
Yeah.
you know, now you know, when everybody comes out to see us, we have a new set of material that pretty much no one has seen.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good. See, so look at that. You always get a surprise when you come to their show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You get a
Yeah.
little surprise, like, hey,
Yeah.
something new.
Yeah. Actually,
That's something that's always good to look forward to. You
Hey,
know?
and just to piggyback on that, so as to Shane's point, we have a whole new batch of songs. You know, right now we're working with seven brand new songs that are not, you know,
Wow,
we
that's
haven't
a lot.
recorded. Yeah, so we've been hard at work with that.
How
And
long's
then,
your set?
Well, I mean,
All originals. How long is that? How long is your set?
if we're to play everything that we have, I mean, we can play for probably at least 45 minutes to an hour.
Oh, that's
If
good.
we
That's a
need-
good
If we needed
set.
to, you know,
Yeah.
all originals, you know.
yeah, but usually it's 30 minutes.
But
sets.
we pick and choose just certain ones that we feel are going to be good for a certain show. But just to you know, add to a little bit more to what you were saying, Silo, about when you come out to see us, you're going to probably get something you haven't seen before or something that we want to give, you know, to excite or whatever. But hey, for this show coming up, we have a plan to throw a couple more you know, exciting things out there. So keep an eye out for that. We're going to drop probably a couple of covers that
Nice.
should excite you guys a bit. Any metal fans out there, you know, if you guys digging on any kind of old school Pantera or you know, maybe some I don't know. I don't want to say it all just yet, but there will be some. I promise you there'll be a couple things in there that'll
some classic bangers from the 90s.
let's just say you guys will dig it, man.
Yeah,
Right
but
on.
short-term wise, I think, you know, we just really want to focus on getting out and getting face-to-face time with people again.
Yeah.
You know, play some shows, you know, and find some other bands around town that, you know, kind of share our same, you know, sound or, you know, the same ideals that they want to get out and, be heard and
create something create like a movement almost.
Yeah, man. I mean, hey, look, we're all about support.
Hear that, everybody? Any metal bands out there?
That's it.
Movement started right
I mean,
now.
look,
Call
man,
us.
we are all about it, and we you know, have been lucky enough to meet a lot of cool people in town in our recent, you know, push in this band, and you know, we back everybody, man, and we're willing to work with anybody who's willing to work with us, and we're all in it for the same thing, and
Right on.
you know, like, hey, like these guys right here, man,
Yeah.
band family, dude, they're killer, man, they're awesome dudes. I'll go check them out anytime we can, man. You know,
Right on.
and
Support.
so
that's another
it.
one. Everybody, put in your notes. Support,
it, man.
Support the scene, and the scene will support you.
That's right.
Okay. Hey, any out of town shows coming?
in
Or
the
is this
short
2023.
in the short term, no, but I know, you know, it's kind of in line with that whole plan of getting out there, you know,
Yeah.
not just, you know, here locally, but we definitely want to, you know, work with guys like Sensation and bands that aren't from here. And, you
Yeah.
know, we're doing the whole, you know, scratch your back, scratch our back to get shows in and out of town.
little
and
band swap.
just building that rapport, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. So, you know, hey, thank you guys for coming by for sure, man. You know, it's been a pleasure, you know, and definitely looking forward to March 4th. Definitely everybody out there, okay, put that down in your calendar. Would you like to give any shout outs right now or any special plugs or where we can find your music? Like because I know you guys got a Spotify, so
Yeah.
let's let everybody know.
Yeah, man. Hey, we're on all major platforms. You know, streaming services. You know, your Spotify, iTunes. You know, all the other major ones. So yeah, I mean, you can find us on any social media, really. We're all on those. So, yeah.
Cool.
We got a brand new
Instagram.
Yeah, got a brand new Instagram,
That's
right?
right. Yeah,
we're
revamped Instagram.
What's the handle?
it's just at Fool for a Lifetime.
Full
So,
for a lifetime?
yeah.
I thought it was initials.
is
it's the initials. Yeah,
F
yeah, FFLAL. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool.
We'll include the link here.
Yeah. No. I'll put the link in the description. Yeah. Okay. And my Instagram is Silo Guitar. That's it. SILOGUITAR. Also the backstage, if you want to check out any shows that are coming up or check out the interview that we're doing right now. And then we'll just wrap it up with the show date, March 4th. Doors open at 6 p.m. Show starts at 7, $10 at the door. You got Fool for a Lifetime, Sensation for the Dead, and The New Revenge. All right, everybody. Hope to see you there.